as a comic book community, man, listen, we are broken. We are broken, broken beyond belief. Charlie Kirk and his assassination, let's call it what it was a horrific act. Horrific. Um, I don't have to tell you that anyone profiting off of someone's death like that, whether you agree with them or not, obviously this is, first of all, let's get this out there. Just because someone shares a totally different opinion of you from you doesn't mean you get to impose any violence of this any violence, especially of this caliber. Those kids, every time 9/11 rolls around, they remember that their father was taken from them at this stage, his wife. I really feel for the kids more than anything else, because the wife accepted who he was, and if nobody likes him, or he was doing harm, whatever it was, she accepted him for what he was. But the kids, they don't know any better. They just there innocently. And then I unfortunately saw the video. Somebody had put it on Threads, and I was scrolling by, and they edited just that part when he got shot in the neck, and I seen the horrificness of what everybody else saw and what his kids saw. And man, listen, as a comic book community, this is stupid. We're broken. Why are we broken? I'm gonna tell you why we're broken. First of all, you saw the thumbnail. I and I'm gonna read you from the Hollywood Reporter as I'm looking at here on my video, and I'm gonna be very boring for a second. DC cancels Red Hood comic book series after writer shares inflammatory post following Charlie Kirk shooting. Gretchen Felker Martin was behind the title, which they said would be pulled. This is what they said: post or public comments that can be viewed as promoting hostility or violence are inconsistent with DC's stance of conduct. Listen, shout out to DC. Shout out to DC. They came out right away. They didn't waste any time. They pulled it. It was over. You're fired. You're gone. You're through. What she wrote, I hope the bullet wasn't hurt. That was crazy. That is of a person who doesn't understand what that event was to people, as far as seeing him go through that, and has probably doesn't know what violence is outside of what their world is, and that's good for them that they don't know that. But to be glad that someone who really caused no physical harm to someone. Now listen, I never liked Charlie Kirk. I didn't agree with his takes. I thought that he was inflammatory. I thought that he was divisive on purpose for clicks, likes, and views. Do I sit here and say he should have gotten that or anything remotely violent? No. And for this writer to think that they were more important, that their opinion mattered in that way, that was cool to say. You can say he was a Nazi, whatever. You feel how you feel, but it's a free society. But you work for someone who has policies and procedures, and they implemented those. You violated those, and that's good, because free speech comes with, it's not absolved from consequence. You can say whatever you want. It's protected by the First Amendment, but not from corporations from firing you. It's not what that's you sign a contract, you read it. But why are we broken as a community? I'm gonna show you why we're broken. I'm gonna show you why. Now, as I was going through trying to look for like a clean virgin copy cover of Red Hood so I could put it on a thumbnail, I came across that every last single one of the stores were sold out online, right? Because then I was trying to get like a high res scan. Now look at this. Look, 3 watchers, $25. 108 plus sold from $79 to $99. 21 sold at $42. $30. This person wants 30. 21. 4 watches at $21.99. $24.99. The fact that people are running a speculation of someone's death, someone who died in one of the most horrific ways publicly you could possibly imagine in modern history, right? Certainly in the past, they were worse. But in modern history, us as a comic book community, we're profiting off the fact that the book got canceled because she said something horrific in nature about his death. In by association, those book sales and those profits are directly linked to someone's horrific public execution. And you're willing to spec on that, you're willing to bet on that, you're willing to profit on that. That's what people see us as mouth breathing, imbecilic, basement dwelling, no girlfriend having people, and just degenerates, because we're so detached, quick to make a buck and speculate. Like, if this, like, you think this is gonna last? You think that book is gonna keep going higher, higher, and higher because his execution somehow keeps everything going even exponentially higher? Like, you think in 10 years it's gonna be worth $1,000, $2,000? You think you're gonna send someone, or retire, or send someone to college with that book? It's disgusting. It's disgusting, and we gotta be better. When you see sellers like that post things like that, you should say, "No, I'll pass. I bought it genuinely when it came out, and now if it's worth it, it's worth it. If it isn't, it isn't." But now to rush and run to the finish line to get a copy because you want to hold on to, you want to get it graded, you want to get the person who kicked the family when they were down, who wrote that book. You want to spec on that book and make money off of it. That's disgusting. DC did the right thing. I hope that it was Jim Lee's call, because I love Jim Lee. So I'm a 90s kid. So I hope that it was his call, and he came down and said, no, they gotta go. But yeah, I mean, let me know what you guys think in the end. That was my soapbox. I was looking for something to do, on this channel, just running through ideas. I mean, it's not my priority right now. I got other things going on in my life. But this, I felt like this is my way of getting that off my chest. This is my soapbox. I hope you understand. I have Republican friends that I get along with. We make fun of each other's politics all the time. And it should not. It should just be that, and everybody should just be working towards the same goal, maybe differently, but just towards the same goal, not cause division, and not to glamorize death, destruction, and mayhem. But anyway, in the world of comic books is fine. In real life, that's when it gets, people pay the real price for it. Spider-Man has that many times and come back. Charlie Kirk ain't coming back. Love him or hate him, he ain't coming back. His kids will never see him again. Something to think about. But leave a comment about what you think about the whole situation. What would you do if this book is offered to you at a premium? Will you buy it? Somebody offered you $80, would you sell it? Would you make money off of it? Let me know down below, and I'll see you in the next video, and I'm out. Peace.